Well, good evening, Pipe Pals. How you all doing there? Well, it wouldn't be Halloween without a mask, right? And I'm going to talk a little bit about that in just a moment. Well, good evening, Holy Smoking Pipe Padre. I gotta take that. Made a mistake there. Well, good evening there, Pipe Pals. Happy Halloween to you. Old Holy Smoking Pipe Padre here. It's been a while. Thought I'd get a little bit of coffee here. It's late, well, actually early Sunday evening. And I have, hope you enjoyed the little intro that I put together for this little special Halloween edition 2014. Man, yeah, I'm smoking my 1945 K Woody. And I got this at the Briar Patch, the one in Arden Fair Mall before they closed. This is like 3 years ago. Wow. I'm smoking some, can you guess what I'm smoking tonight? Halloween, think dark, very dark. I am smoking some Sillam's Black. And I have to say, it's a transcendental moment. Absolutely. Boy. It's probably been, since my last video, since I actually smoked a pipe. Now, I'm going to give you a little announcement. I have a special video coming up. Nothing special. I mean, it's a special video. It's not going to be a long video. But there is a little wonderful tobacco cigar shop that I have frequented for, gosh, at least 10 years when I was living down in Green Valley. And it's called Little Havana. And I did a nice little, I hope I did a nice little video of Little Havana cigar shop in Vacaville. And so I'm going to be sharing that little video with you here pretty soon. Okay? But not tonight. Tonight, just here to talk a little bit about Halloween, All Hallows Eve. Tomorrow is All Saints Day. Oh, man. And I want to just talk about a couple things. A couple of nice people have sent me some very kind comments. Maybe what I should do is see if I can get my glasses here. And they had a couple of questions. There were a couple of guys that had a couple of questions, and maybe I could take the time here to just answer those questions right now, if I can do that. If you give me just a second here to do that, fire up the old internet here. Let me. I tell you what, this tastes really good. Well, considering it is Halloween, my first little comment goes to Mr. Ryan Mackey. Ryan, thanks for watching. And you asked, well, actually, you told me. It says, thanks for your video, Father. I ordered some Haunted Bookshop and can't wait to try it. Well, Ryan, I know exactly how you feel. Watching Matches 860. I always kind of, the way he says that, Matches 860. Could be kind of sinister. But not John. He's such a likable, lovable guy. But you could kind of have fun with that. But yes, watching all of those Matches 860's video and the Haunted Bookshop and the Friday Savinellis and the Saturday Savinellis and the C and D blends and all that, I'll tell you what, I remember just being finally intrigued enough to order my own bag. I ordered like 8 ounces of Haunted Bookshop. Boy, this is really drawing good too. And I remember when it came. I remember the day it came. I actually remember the day Haunted Bookshop came. I've ordered a lot of tobaccos in my life, but I can tell you, I can remember the day the Haunted Bookshop came. I was just so intrigued. And you know what? I don't know who named it Haunted Bookshop, but I think you couldn't name it any better name. I think that name's just so accurately, is so appropriate, is apposite for Haunted Bookshop, that tobacco. Oh, boy, I'm getting a hankering for it just talking about it. So Ryan, maybe you can make a video and let us know what you think of Haunted Bookshop. Mr. Once Upon a Pipe. Talk about a pipe gentleman of the first order. If you've ever seen any of his videos, highly intelligent, very thoughtful pipe presenter. Has lots of really wonderful insights, comments, thoughts, and he's just seems like a likable, down-to-earth guy. So if you haven't gone by Once Upon a Pipe and checked him out, please do. You can't go wrong spending some time with him. He's wonderful. My friend Chris from India. I hope you're doing well with that GoPro camera. I haven't had a chance to watch any of your videos, and I'm going to be honest about that lately. And I need to get back in the old pool here and play with the rest of the kids and swim around a bit and see what else everybody else is doing. But Chris says he still doesn't have access to Stonehaven. Again, one of the more rarer essences. But is in the process of getting an 8-ounce bag. And again, smoking some Germain's Rich Dark Flake. I believe I have tried that. It's very good. kind of. I don't know if it's equivalent to Peter Stokkebye's Rich Flake or Dark Fired Kentucky or whatever, but anyway, it's good. David Barnhart. Where can you purchase a smoking jacket like yours? Now, I'm not wearing it tonight, but it's the red crushed velvet red smoking jacket that I sometimes wear. And you can, if you're interested in getting it, and it's not that expensive. It was at the Historical Emporium online. I've ordered several things from them. I'm very happy with a lot of the things that they sell. Very reasonable prices, and I think they're very well made too. My old buddy Eric Austin Lee, known as the Theo Baccanist. He says, "Oh my, you could have put that jar out for a Halloween decoration and it would have scared the kids." He was talking about my last video on a very scary tobacco, and there I was talking about the living bugs that sometimes can invade our precious weed. So anyway, and then I have another comment here from Devin Solis. "I really enjoy watching your videos, especially when they come to an end." No, just kidding. Very informative, cool, and you have a cool collection of pipes. Keep up the videos. Certainly will there, Devin. I'm sorry, Devin. I said David, sorry, Devin. David Ferretti. See, I have them. He's talking about the bugs. I've had them a few times in cigars. I guess the cigar beetles. Although I couldn't see them. I'm pretty sure they were the downfall of the first 10 of Penzance I jarred. Could be. Sad loss, considering the difficulty involved in getting it. They sneak up at the worst times, too. Again, here's David Barnhart. "After watching this video of all the beautiful pipes you have, it makes me want to own a briar pipe. When I get some money, I can buy a cheap basket pipe. That's where I started. Now I am smoking out of a cob. Nothing wrong with that. It does the job, but I don't. But I look. No, I don't think so." He says he looks a little foolish with it. I don't think so. Pipe Nutter says, "Common sense is a rare commodity these days." That's very true. And Jacob Martin 1, "Nice video, thanks. I follow you for a long time. You make me laugh." You're funny looking. No, you make me interested in new tobaccos. Great channel. Well, thank you there, Jacob. Beardman Alex. "This is a beautiful pipe you have there." Well, I know this one certainly is, that's for sure. And SoCal Pipester, I've only heard of that happening with cigars. Spooky though. Talking about the bugs. Take just a couple more here. APD08, great vid as always. "Have you ever smoked OTC blend?" I'm not sure what OTC blend is. Smoked other, okay. Blend half and half or done a review. I would love to hear your opinion on it, okay? Okay, now I don't know if OTC blend half and half or just half and half. Now, the old classic store-bought half and half, yeah, I love half and half. Half and half, if it's the half and half he's talking about, that I think he's talking about. It's okay. It has a nice flavor, and I used to smoke that a lot. My friend Steve, he used to smoke that almost exclusively, that and sometimes Carter Hall. But it was good. Now the only thing about half and half is it burns really quickly, and it does burn hot. So you do have to treat it with a little bit of respect. But it does have I think it has a good flavor. At least even the recent ones that I've purchased in the last few years, they still have that same exact consistency and quality. So again, now it's what I think about half and half in Carter Hall. And again, I'm not being a tobacco snob because I like them, But I do kind of put them on a level of what I would call tobacco fast food. Okay, they don't have maybe quite the same grade quality as a good tin or a good bulk blend from a very good tobacconist. Okay, but there's nothing wrong with half and half. Okay, and if you like it, that's all that matters. And one more, Philly pipe smoker. Have you have me freaked out. I will spend most of my evening checking all my jars. Yuck. Be well. Thank you, Bill. Okay. All right. Again, thanks for the comments. Appreciate it. Most surely I do. Listening to, if you're wondering what I'm listening to in the background, I am listening to some music of Palestrina. At least I believe I am. Because that's what I thought I was putting in my CD player. Kind of a appropriate kind of music for Halloween, All Hallows Eve. Very pensive, kind of, plaintive. Kind of almost prayerful, soul searching. Okay, a couple things I want to talk about, with your permission, of course. The first one has to do with the old diet and exercise. Got a comment the other day, or a little PM, somebody said, "Hey, you still doing that CrossFit thing?" And I guess I am still doing it. But I gotta tell you, because of some mild injuries, like my elbow, and lately my shoulders have just been killing me because we've been doing a lot of pull-ups and burpees and all sorts of things in the WOD, the workout of the day at CrossFit. And I don't know, I might have pulled something or strained something, so the last couple of weeks it's been sore. It's nothing I can't live without, can't work around. But I've noticed that the old weight has kind of crept up there a bit. And my goal, my original, well, I had several goals, but my ultimate goal, when it came to fat loss, was to get finally under 170. So I'm about 10 pounds, 11 pounds from that goal. And I kind of have plateaued. So starting tonight, starting right this second, and actually I started it earlier today, I'm going to modify my diet. And I'm going to get kind of really strict. In fact, I've always wanted to do this. Now this is going to sound to some of you like, that's crazy, I'd never do that. And I probably won't do it ever again. But I've always wanted to go through the holidays, Thanksgiving in particular, without gaining anything. I mean, I love Thanksgiving. I love to cook. I love to make pumpkin pies. Pumpkin pie coffee, pumpkin pie, cake, pumpkin pie smoothies, hey, ooh, you could. See, the problem is that when you start making those things, even though they're quote unquote, you try to like paleoize it, try to make it healthy. Now, again, pumpkin's not bad at all. Good squash pumpkin, that's basically pumpkin squash. So, you can reasonably make that into a healthy dish, okay? I mean, eating pumpkin by itself, roasted pumpkin, pumpkin soup, you can make some really good pumpkin dishes, and they're not fattening, okay? They're moderate in the carbs there. But they're certainly not as deleterious as, say, white potatoes or white rice, okay? So, anyway, all I'm just saying is that I would like to, this year, my goal is to try to get through the holidays without gaining any weight. So tomorrow morning when I weigh myself and I start my final journey on trying to get under 100 pounds, actually losing over 100 pounds. Got some ashes here. I really want to push for that goal. And I want to continue to not lose, because I have lost some of my goals that I made earlier in the year when I did the TSC challenge. Now I can still do pull-ups and I still do push-ups, but I'm not doing as many because I've been kind of modifying my workout so I can, do the CrossFit and be somewhat, well, I say competitive. I mean, I want to be able to do the whole workout, and it's an hour workout. But the guy who originally did My Six Pack Life, Chris Kruger, not to be confused with Freddy Krueger, okay, but that young guy who he's now making videos again, and he's going to make a global TSC challenge. He's going to call it 7.0, My Six Pack Life 7.0, or the TSC Challenge 7.0. I haven't decided what title he's going to give it, but he's going to open it up free to everybody. Now, when I did it, it was like $45 or $50 at the most, and you can download the whole kit and caboodle. You would get the workout plan for the week. You get the menu or the diet plan for the week. Okay. Again, that was, for me, that was just a great program. And you can go back and watch my progress. Now, I didn't turn out looking like, super ripped or anything. But for a guy who was 270 pounds, I looked, I'm not saying I looked great, but I certainly didn't look obese anymore. And that program really helped push my fitness goals a lot further than maybe I would have been had I not done it. Had I not done that, I couldn't have done CrossFit. So it's like little stair steps. You take one step and you keep going, you keep going, you keep going. So that's where, I'm at. And he's going to be starting that, believe it or not, I think the day after Thanksgiving. So again, I'm putting in a plug for My Six Pack Life video channel there, Chris Kruger, and you might want to just check it out. Okay? If you're interested in more, I'd be glad to, you can PM me and I can tell you my experience, or you can just go back and watch my videos. That's even the best way to do it. Okay? So what I'm gonna try to do, as crazy as it is, I want to try to do my CrossFit in the mornings, and then on my TSC days, try to do those as well. And I think that my goal to finally get under 170 by the end of the year is a realistic goal. So we're talking maybe at the most 12 pounds, okay? And so I'm really looking forward to moving in that direction, okay? Okay, the last thing I want to talk about, and this is kind of specific to Halloween. I don't know about you, but hold that, wait for it. I think clowns are creepy. I don't know about you, but there is something pretty doggone creepy about clowns. I'm not clowning around here. But think about it. Now, when I was growing up, clowns were silly. Clowns were, in some ways, funny. A lot of slapstick, a lot of vaudeville kind of stuff going on. But when did clowns start becoming like this? Creepy. The creepy clown. And in fact, there is a whole bunch of stories coming out of, I think, France about these really creepy clowns that are going around with machetes and armed with guns and clubs, and they're literally scaring the hell out of people. Now that I got that out of my system. But what is it about clowns? I've actually met one guy who was a professional clown a long time ago. And I remember he came to I was a summer camp counselor, and he had a little troupe, and they came and they did skits and all sorts of stuff. And this guy was very fascinating. And he never took the clown makeup off, which kind of made it a little unnervy. Because every time I would talk to him, he was in his clown makeup. Now, he wasn't a highly painted clown, but he was clearly in clown makeup and his clown costume. And he was a very fascinating person. I will say that. Now, we all know about masks, and part of the fun of Halloween is kind of being something you're not. Perhaps, costumes are fun. You get to kind of pretend, king for a day, or queen for a day, or Batman for the day, or Superman for the day, whatever you want to be. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. But as I kind of think back on the psychology of all this guy, he told me, I remember, because we were having a wonderful, very deep conversation. It was, it was summer evening, and it was just him and me standing there in this camp, and we were talking about life and things. And he, and I said, I think you're the kind of person I could talk to. You seem like somebody I know. Because he seemed to have a lot of insight into, a person's problems or their predicaments. And somehow we started talking about kind of personal things. At least I was sharing some personal things. Some of my life insights. And he just had some really profound, and I thought, wow, this guy really kind of, he really knows how to talk to people and really kind of get deep underneath kind of the surface stuff and really get to the kind of the real more weightier issues in a person's life. And he kind of said something I'll never forget. He says, most people who do clowning, he says, he goes in and he said this is what he had experienced in his life. He said there were people who were kind of checking out of life for a period of time. They were taking a hiatus from reality, if you will, and just kind of observing life. And you could do that as a clown. Which led me to believe that he had some kind of, probably a personal upheaval in his own life. Because it was sort of like, he would never tell me his name. He said, I just don't tell people my name. And I forgot the clown's name now, but it was some kind of a clown name. I mean, you could call him his clown name. I think his name was Happy. It's kind of strange, but anyway. But he was a very intellectual person, you could tell. Once he would do the slapstick and the bonk, bonk, and the clowning around thing. But when you talk to him one-on-one, he kind of became almost like a psychologist. And I think I asked him a couple of questions that kind of got kind of close, and he just said, well, I'm taking a break from life. Eventually I'll take off the clown makeup and I'll re-enter life again. I'll merge with life again. But right now I'm kind of hiding out a little bit. I'm kind of taking a hiatus right now. And he says a lot of people that go into clowning, that's what they're doing. Now, although I don't up until recently, I didn't think anything about clowns at all. But now, I don't know about you, but they're creepy. They really are creepy. And I wonder if that's because of people like John Wayne Gacy. Now, that's my question to you. Do you find clowns creepy? You know, there are a lot of Halloween masks that I remember, you know, seeing, you know, some of the really bizarre, realistic, you know, demonic-like looking things. So I went to a Halloween store tonight just to kind of get kind of exposed to a little bit of that, you know, that Halloween culture, because I don't do a lot of that, but it's just kind of stepping out of my little world and just kind of being a part of regular people's lives and just kind of, you know, rubbing elbows with people and just kind of seeing what they're into, you know, what excites them. And I thought for myself, oh, I remember, you know, years ago I'd go to these Halloween costume places and I wanted to find the scariest mask they had. And for me, it was usually skeletons. Skeletons used to scare me. They still do. Or skull masks. You know, skull masks were always kind of really like frightening and scary. And then, of course, the really ones from the movies, you know, that look pretty realistic. Frankenstein, you know, the Glenn Strange makeup one. But I'll tell you, I went there and I saw some really interesting masks. But the one that really creeped me out tonight was this one. I don't know about you, but that creeps me out. Okay? So, I don't know what you're dressing up for as Halloween. But let me tell you, I don't think there's anything more creepier than a clown mask. So, anyway, thanks for watching the video tonight. I hope you have a happy Halloween wherever you're at. And so if you're going to be clowning around, have fun, be safe, and, you know, don't try to eat too much candy. It's not good for you. Okay, see ya. Happy Halloween.